Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So, recording on the Google Pixel 10 Pro, and it's in night mode. So, we're doing night sight here, and it should be improved from the Google Pixel 9 series. Night sight, something spectacular that Google has introduced that no other company has seemingly been able to get a grip of. Now, if you are new to night sight, probably looks, similar to what your phone can do when you're recording at night with a dome light. But watch this. Boom. So it needs a little bit of ambient light to film night sight, just like the night vision goggles that the Navy SEALs or Army uses, right, when they go to war and they have the night sight on when they're doing objectives at night. Those require a little bit, even moonlight, even a full moon is enough light to get those night vision goggles working. Well, when you're in the city, if you're in a car like I am, or you're out and about on the street lights are enough ambient light. Or if it's a clear night, the moon should be enough ambient light. So right now you should be able to get a good view just to how well this camera can perform at night. I did see Dave 2D, who's a more popular YouTuber. He famously has a Pixel 10 Pro video that he shoots in the evening and at night, and it looks absolutely horrible. Now, I've been trying to reproduce and duplicate his bad recording, and I can't. So I don't know if he got like a bad unit. I don't know what his deal is with his phone, but my Pixel 10 has been pretty freaking good. Welcome back, eSIM Studios. So we are filming in night mode, night sight video. Here, it's a rainy night here in South Texas. Ran to go grab some lotto tickets, and I thought, you know what, it'd be a good time for night mode video. So this is in 4K 60 frames per second with HDR 10-bit on, speech enhancement on. There are some improvements Google has made over the previous generation, the Google Pixel 9. The Pixel 9 series, you could only record night mode in video boost mode in 4K 30 frames per second. Now you can record boost mode, which is typically done during the day. It boosts colors and the dynamic range. And night sight video on the Pixel 9 series was only available 4K, I think, 60 frames per second. Now on the Pixel 10 series, you can shoot in full HD, 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. You can also shoot in 4K, 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second. You can also record video boost and night mode in 8K. However, you can only record that in 30 frames per second, no 60 frames per second. But almost the full gamut is available on night mode and video boost, which a lot of Pixel users could not wait for it. I mean, we didn't know. They did not expand on that at the launch. We had no idea. So this is a big surprise to us. Now, let me zoom in and see what the zoom is like. It's pretty windy here. We got a storm coming through. So that's 2x. That's 5x. Now, it'll go up to 20x in night mode. Now, that's 0.5. Let's go back over here and zoom in on some dark areas. So let's zoom in on that house. That's 20x. It's kind of not really viewable, but let's go walk around here. And I will show you the difference in a side-by-side video as well. Now, there's light up there, but when I pan over to this area where it's pretty dark, I mean, past that fence right here, past that to the left, it's, when I look over there with the naked eye, it's basically pitch black. So anything you can see just left of where this fence is, anywhere between this post and that fence, anywhere in this area, it's pretty dark with the naked eye. So if the phone is picking it up, it's pretty freaking amazing. And you can get a good idea with the shadows. Now let's go to 2x. Let's see what that shadow looks like. Let's go to 5x. And the time, I believe, is capped at 10 minutes. I'll try that, not now, but I'll try that at a later time. The Pixel 9 series was capped at 10-minute video for video boost and night mode. Now let's go compare the two. Okay, and as you can tell, let's walk over in this direction a little more. I basically should probably stick to this area. It's much more darker than this side of the store. I went to go grab some lotto tickets, so I'm probably thinking I'm weirdo taking videos back here, but it is what it is. It's the life of a YouTuber. So let's take a walk back this area. I want to zoom in on a dark area and see what we can find, if it will come through. So that's 2x. Let's focus on those rocks over there. How about that? So let's go to 5. Now, remember, it goes up to 20. That's 20 right there. It looks pretty blurry on my end, but you'll get a much better viewing experience post-production. Now, I'm not going to be editing it. Google will be, but it does suck. You still have to upload this to their servers. Now, it does it automatically in the background, right? It uploads to their servers, they process it, they send it back to your phone. You get a notification when it's ready. Now, the 9 series takes a little time. We're talking hours here, right? So the last one I did, it was a 5-minute video, probably took 5 hours or something. Yeah, for each minute, basically takes an hour. Yeah, sucks, but it is what it is. So you basically shoot, you forget about it, and you come back the next day and view it. Now let's zoom in at that fence over there. So we're at 1x, 2x, 5x, 10, 15, 20. Back to 1x, back to 0.5, back to 1. Now I'm shooting in 4K, 60 frames per second. And again, it does not really work in pitch black. Like if you go into a closet in the middle of the night, your bedroom closet at midnight, and you close the door where you can't even see your hand in front of your face, it does not work like that. You have to have some light, a little bit of light. Like this is probably too much light, honestly, but that's why I'm kind of focusing on this area, because there's not much lighting back there. And in fact, it's pretty darn dark once you get back to that fence. And hopefully it'll come, I know it'll come through pretty well in here. So you need a little bit of light. Even if you're out in the country and all you had was a full moon, that would be adequate lighting for a night sight video. But let's jump back in the car and see what it looks like again with and without dome light. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. So what do you think? Now, again, I'm going to turn the dome light off here in a second, but wanted you to get a good side-by-side comparison of me with the light on and the light off. It's pretty freaking amazing. Not many people talk about this feature on Pixel. Now, this is why I'm always going to have a Pixel with me, right? God forbid, and I'm making this sound like a bummer, because it would be. God forbid I start using an iPhone as my main phone. I'm still gonna have a Pixel. So I always gonna carry a Pixel, even though I have a Samsung with me, a OnePlus with me. 2 phones at all times. Now, why do I do that? That's because Google takes the very best photos and videos out of any phone manufacturer. And night sight video boost mode is just one of the many reasons why, right? Even just with the still photos, it's incredible. It has something that no other phone has to offer, and that's with the video. And we'll get into video boost. Right now I'm focusing on night sight, but maybe I'll do video boost tomorrow. It's incredible. Now let's turn the light off and see what it looks like with the dome light off, so you can get a side-by-side comparison. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it off. Here's a mess. It's raining outside. Boom. So that's night sight, no lights, just the street lights. You should still be able to see me rather well. The last test I did with the Pixel 9 series is pretty freaking good. If you have a 9 series, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's incredible. Now, the only thing I was hoping Google would do to improve upon this night sight and or video boost mode was make it on device processing, basically, so where you wouldn't have to send it up to the cloud to process it. But it doesn't look like we're there quite yet, because my first video that I took night sight just a few minutes ago, I went to go check on it and it says waiting to upload. So waiting to upload means they send it to Google servers, to the cloud. Google will process it, as I mentioned earlier, and then they'll simply send you a notification. Now, depending on what resolution you shoot it on, depending on how long the video is, it depends on how long it's going to take to process. So I'm hoping with the Pixel 10 it'll process quicker, although you're still using the same servers and cloud software to process Pixel 9 videos that you're processing Pixel 10 videos on now. So I don't know if it'll get any faster. I hope it does, fingers crossed. But if it does, cool. If it's not, well, I'm used to it already. But it's still a really, really cool feature that nobody else has. But it's neat. Now, when will they get to on-device processing? I don't know. It might take another generation or two, because they're actually doing a lot of processing. A lot of processing. So it may be a while now that I think about it. I'm not sure any phone GPU, and even if it was on device, it would still probably take quite a while. You know, like the video wouldn't be accessible right away like any other video is. It'd probably take a little while, and that's probably why they send it up to the cloud. Most people, not 99% of people, shoot videos, check it later anyway. So Google's like, well, for those tech nerds and geeks out there like myself and probably you watching, you know, that's a very, very small percentage of users. The majority, as I mentioned, they'll shoot videos and they'll come back later to look at them. So that's basically, you know, what it is. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what this will do. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Is it better than the 9 series? I may have to do a comparison between the two. In fact, I just gave myself an idea. Probably do that next week. But subscribe to the channel, eSIM Studios. We are #Team Pixel, and we are everything technology. So just got home, and let's wait for this process. I'll upload, and don't forget to check out our live streams. We not only upload videos, but we also live stream, talk about technology. If you got a question for me, certainly subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notified when we go live. But I love talking technology with all of y'all. Really appreciate your time. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.